The stainless steel sink is an invention born of patriotism. It evolved during World War II, when sinks were often made from copper-nickel material called Monel. When that material was needed for the war effort, stainless steel was drafted for use on the home front, and it's still on kitchen duty to this day. Stainless steel is lightweight and heavy-duty, which makes it great for sinks. The process begins with a large sheet of stainless steel, uncoiled and sliced into pieces called blanks. Each blank goes under a 1,000-ton press. As the press descends, a punch rises from below, stretching the steel into a rough sink shape. This process also transforms the steel on a molecular level, hardening it. Workers brush lubricant in and around the sink bowl to make it easier to stretch it again. The bowl goes under the same punch press a second time for more precise shaping. This second working of the steel hardens it even more. Now the sink goes under a different punch device that cuts out a drain hole and forms a lip around it. As coolant flushes the sink, an abrasive belt grinds the surface to give it a brushed look. Next, a sink bowl slides into a welding machine. A second sink bowl is lined up against the first one. Inside, an electrode welds the two sinks together. Using enormous force, a roller moves across the seam to flatten it. A grinding belt behind the roller sands it down. Now that the seam joining the two sinks is level and smooth, it's time to give the sink's rim some shape. This die forms recesses along the sink's perimeter. These recesses give the sink a sleek look and collect water runoff. Another press trims the rim and gives it a bevel finish, which softens those rough edges. Now, using a punch cutter, workers pierce the back rim of the sink to make holes for faucets and a soap dispenser. Then they grind and buff the sink to a fine finish. It's a very intensive process that takes about 25 minutes. The company's trademark is embossed on the sink. Then, the sink's drains are plugged, and a substance similar to latex paint is sprayed onto the outside. The finish will muffle the sound of clattering dishes and protect the outside of the sink from condensation. It takes about 2.5 hours to make a stainless steel sink, a functional and stylish addition to any kitchen.